Hi, my name is Alex. Um, this channel is called Honey Badger on a Bridge, and there is a reason for that, which hopefully, if things get started and my life straightens out, uh, you'll understand why. Um, I have a regular channel that I've long used for years, like 10 years, posting things related to my hobbies. Um, and you may wonder why I'm sitting in a garage under fluorescent lights, and I've tried moving my chair and my table around. And aside from maybe doing this during the daytime tomorrow, when there's light coming in through the window, might be better. But dog hair, excuse me. Um, I did my intro. Excuse me for the camera's just over here, and I'm not looking straight at the uh, at the camera. Um, why is it doing your first video is so hard when somebody, at least my personality, I can meet somebody, a complete stranger, and have no problem chatting with them for hours if need be. Um, I did a video yesterday as my intro, and there's one of my dogs in the background. Um, I started a video yesterday. Um, I was just in that frame of mind where I felt like I needed to start it. And it ended up dark, very, very dark, um, which is kind of like the frame of mind at this point. Um, I had long ago wanted to start a channel just chatting about crap in general and hobbies. Yeah, politics you got to stay away from nowadays, and other things about health. Um, I really should have started this channel at the beginning of the pandemic like I had planned. Um, would have been so much to talk about. Not that there isn't now, but um, I've lived a very long and interesting life. Um, one thing after another has just basically fucked me over no matter what I do. Um, at my age, at what point do you have the right to tell people to just go fuck off? Um, so you can have a life. Um, I'm the kind of person who always lends a helping hand to somebody, a friend of a friend, family members, and I get nothing in return. I've never asked for anything in return, but it's like if somebody sees I'm having a hard time, why not offer to help? Or, just don't offer, come do it. Mow the lawn, clean the gutter, uh, simple things like that. Um, I've always been one available if anybody needed to talk, no matter what time. Um, I have been retired for many years now, and I've always had Facebook friends that live other side of the country, 3-4 hours away, that they'll call me 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because they want to chat about something or just say, hey, what's going on? Just wanted to catch up. That's great. I can do that unless I have plans to get up in the morning, which on occasion I'm up at like 4 or 5 to hit the road and go do a few of my hobbies. Um, people. Um, how much do they expect you to put up with before everything just explodes. Um, this is one of those situations where people would go, oh, well, she was such a nice person, a good neighbor, always happy, never know anything was wrong. Yeah, that was my rock bottom yesterday. Today's a little better. Um, I am at that point in my life. I have no idea where I'm going, um, what I'm doing. I own a house worth over $300,000. Um, there are extenuating circumstances why I'm still here in this location. That'll come up later down the road. Um, there's just people. I'm sure we've all had people in our lives, and I've had that for the past 10 years, and it's not really getting much better. Everyone will just, causing the problems, will just go on their merry way, carving a path of destruction, and just leaving the affected behind. And then end up calling me a bitch because I get angry, I stand up for myself, and like a honey badger, I take so much more than a normal person would. And then when I snap, I fucking snap. Um, it's like Beelzebub, Satan, all those demonic people rolled into one, just, and a month ago it happened, and I'm just, I'm just at the end of my rope, basically. Um, I call it honey badger on a bridge with a gun. Now, YouTube, that's just a figure of speech for when, you know, any person gets too stressed, too pushed, too abused. Um, I have been pushed and bullied and just what amounts to abused in my own home. And I have no rights. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I had plans about 4 months ago to do a step by step. Oh, I don't know how to put it. Don't even want to call it social media. I had plans to do um, blogs in 2 different places to try to monetize. Um, because of situations in my own home, I never had the time, the privacy. Look, I'm sitting in my garage gymatorium, a groomatorium it is. And I had planned after that to start this channel, like a couple of months after, hoping to monetize from A and B, and then come over and start the channel from the very beginning. I'm sorry, I say a lot. I just, my mind's in that frame right now. Talking about my life, what I've been through in my life, my hobbies, and people living in my house. I've always said I should have been writing a book since I've allowed people to come into my house, um, and document what's gone on. And I'm just like at a loss for words at this point. But again, I couldn't do it. I have hopefully, if we're all here long enough down the road, and I get this going, my plan was to start from a nice, happy introduction. Okay, I was happy a little while ago, and I was doing things on YouTube, but I had planned to start my original introduction happy, upbeat, with a nice background, not the garage with coolers and dog pens and grooming equipment. Um, I was trying to set up facing the other way with a nice background of my targets that I shoot, and they're quite good. I leave them lined up in the garage, give people a warning, don't fuck with me, but they joke around. They think I'm not serious, but, whatever. Um, I had had an outline made starting with the introduction, plans on what I wanted to do with this channel, and starting telling tales about the people that live in my house. Um, I don't know where to look in the camera. I'm sorry, it just looks so bizarre, and I don't have my laptop set up to see what I'm looking at. Because the people I have living in my house and have off and on over the years, it's quite the story. Also, things I do in my spare time, my hobbies. I will do another happier introduction later when nobody's home and I possibly have some privacy. But I am a writer. I am an artist. I paint. I knit. I crochet, although not as much as people that have YouTube channels. I do it as relaxation. I shoot guns. I haven't done that in a while. Sometimes you just are in a frame of mind you don't want to be handling a gun. But not that I'm suicidal or would shoot anybody, but it's just you have to concentrate to be a responsible armed person on a gun range. I'm saying I do fiber arts. I make art quilts, sometimes regular quilts as gifts. Sometimes sell stuff like that. I used to make jewelry many, many years ago and sold it on eBay quite successfully. That fell by the wayside. I just have one of those minds where I want to do, I got to keep busy. I come from a military family, and things will be explained later on. But when I was in my 20s, I got recruited to go work for the government in a certain aspect. After about 8 years of that, again, I have NDA signed where I have to be very careful what I say, but I ended up with PTSD, not specifically from the job, but from growing up with an abusive mother that we never found out until, we never understood until myself, my brothers and sisters, we were in our 20s, 30s, 40s. I was the youngest. That basically she was mentally ill. She had what was then later known as bipolar disorder. But yeah, I got sidetracked there for a second. And it wasn't bipolar. Oh my God, I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. But my job was actually a bit of a relief, and a release, because I was taught to shoot guns, knives, beat up people, self defense. That was fun. Run obstacle courses. Yeah, it burned a lot of energy. Um, Met some great people, and that poured in my life. And again, long story with that. Um, and I came back to this area, my home, uh, where things just went downhill over the past 25 years, 25, 30 years. Um, I struggle. I just struggle to have a life, privacy, to get back to my writing. Um, at the beginning of the pandemic, I started getting back to writing seriously, and I ended up with the first draft. It's probably that thick right now. And it stopped because of people in my house. And it kills me that I haven't been able to finish that. So I've been trying to work on things to change up a lot of things here. And unfortunately, I've got somebody in the house that is an alcoholic. Um, Not a relationship. It's somebody that rent a room for me. We'll talk about him later too, but I warned him for a year that I would be selling the house when my older dog passed away. He was my first champion in this breed. He passed away at 16 and a half last summer. And I warned him, save money, save money, save money. You're going to need another place because when he goes, there's no need to keep the house because it wasn't fair to move a dog that had vision problems at that point and was a little bit deaf. He grew up in this house from 3 months on. We traveled, we showed. He did very well for me. He was one of the top dogs in his breed. And sorry. That was like losing part of my soul. Um, we had a very special bond, which very, very many people who show dogs, they have that one dog in their lifetime where it's like a person. And but anyway, um, so this person in the house has been an alcoholic since he's been here. Came in as an alcoholic and hid it. And I have a no alcohol policy in the house, so that worked out well. And among many other problems with him, I mean, we got along good except for the alcohol. But a few weeks ago, I found proof he was smoking crack in the house and tried to deal with the police about that. And it's another issue. I've reported things that have gone on with him for over a year, drug related. And here he still sits and he refuses to leave. I put my house up for sale and we had to take it right off the market, although the sign still sits out front, just so I can put on the face that the house is pending sale at this point. Excuse me. Hi, she's a good girl. So Mom was upset. But I mean, we've got my other roommates and I. We have boxes all over the house. Dry throat. We have boxes all over the house, like we're packing to move. I was looking for a house, but now that's on hold because we can't even show the house with him here. So once again, I'm screwed. So I also, excuse me while I cough one more time. Getting over a cold too. Otherwise, I would have done this weeks ago. Dog hair. Also, in planning my original channel here as Honey Badger, I had planned to, not knowing where this channel was going to go. We can't talk about politics. Can't talk about health problems. Um, but I am very much patriotic background. Um, so that kind of tells you where I stand. Um, but I had planned on at some point doing giveaways, maybe having people who make products, whether it's, oh God, I don't know, supplements or dog items, or maybe people that spin yarn, um, creative things like that. Send in so I could show it, showcase it for them, put up their link, and do giveaways. So that still is planned at some point, but until I get out of the crafted gymatorium here, this is what it is right here. I have very limited time when I do have the house alone, and that's usually, now that spring is here, yard work, taking care of the dogs. Um, and I am like painting things slowly in the house to either prep it for sale or just stay here till the time being. I don't know. The other two people I have here, we get along real good. One's been here 10 years, the other 3, and, you know, we can make it go. But I'm also in a financial bind to where I don't even know how much longer I can go in this house, being on what is basically a small, I don't want to say disability, but a retirement type thing. And as of this as of this month, I'm down with telling him to leave and not taking any more money because he paid first and last, and I wouldn't take it. I gave him 6 weeks notice, and he didn't take me seriously. And 58-year-old man crying like a friggin' pussy. But he's gonna go one way or the other. Police involved, or people moving him out. I don't know, but as I was saying, I'm gonna be down with losing his money and something else that stopped. Sorry. Something else that ended. I'm basically down. I'm basically down about $700-800 a month now. So, all right, I'm gonna end this now because I need to go deal with my throat. I'm so sorry. So, I hope if you find this, you will come back and we can start from the beginning. And this is not the introduction I wanted to do, but I just felt at some point I need to start it, and maybe I'll get used to looking where the camera lens actually is. So, all right, I'm Alex, Honey Badger on the Bridge, and hope to see you soon. Subscribe, come back, hit the notification button, and I'll try to get my shit together and hopefully have a channel where we can have some good laughs and tell stories. And I do have a ghost in the house too, so that's another story. But yeah, I always look up. I keep going for my dogs because they depend on me, and I worry about them. But okay, so if you've stayed this long, thanks for listening, and leave comments. That's fine. I will read them and I'll respond if need be. But I know it takes a while to get a channel to grow, and I still have my regular one, but at that point I'm not revealing what that is. So because there's people I do not want to know about this channel. So, but okay, well, I'm gonna get going. I got things to do before it gets dark, and hope to post again in a few days, and hope to see you back then. Okay, have a good night. Bye.